Hello. I'd like to talk about family trusts and specifically the absolute basics before we move forward onto more complex issues later. Firstly, a trust is just a legal way of holding assets, and I always see it as a safety deposit box. A typical trust involves three different types of people. The first person is called a settlor. The settlor is the person putting an asset into the trust. It might be cash put into the trust, it might be property, it could be almost any asset, but a trust simply doesn't exist if the trust box is empty. At the same time as putting the first asset in the trust box, the settlor also writes a trust deed. The trust deed is the written rules and regulations of the trust. Strictly speaking, there are trusts that don't need a trust deed, but let's not mess about. Let's do this one properly and have a trust deed. Then we have trustees. The trustee takes legal ownership of the trust assets and has to follow the instructions in the trust deed. The trustee takes legal ownership of the trust assets and has to follow the instructions laid down in the trust deed. It is the trustee who controls the trust. Some people think it's the settlor who controls the trust, but it isn't. Once putting the asset in the trust, the settlor steps away. And then we have the beneficiaries. These are the people who can benefit from the trust, but again only in accordance with the trust deed, which is why it is so important to have a properly worded trust deed. Now, it is possible for the same person to be a settlor and a trustee, and even a beneficiary if they want to be. It all depends on the situation and what we want to use the trust for. There are many different kinds of trusts, and I'll cover the more popular trusts in a later video, but the terminology remains the same across all trusts. So if someone starts talking about settlors and trustees, you now know the difference. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you.